The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
Saints take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
On first and 10, Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
This is fielded at the 27. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And the Vikings will take over here first and 10.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
And he's got some space here. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A big play there out of the running game.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
What they talk about?
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Second down, and it's Kamara again. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, there's an example of patience being rewarded. Ran the ball on first down and got stuffed. Most people would scream, throw the ball here. In this situation, they stayed with their roots, stayed with running the football, and they got rewarded.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
7, Saints nothing.
So 2nd and 4 from the 22. On the counter, here's Kamara.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Saints, first down. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Watson just beating the play clock. They'll get this out to Kamara. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now Watson on 3rd and goal. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. It's a foot race. He's at the 50, 30, the 20. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
This was almost what I've heard referred to as a pick 12.
Pick 12, explain.
Well, you're talking about the 6 that they were trying to get.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point forthcoming. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Vikings 14, Saints nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game? That is one heck of a catch right there. Got his eye on it the whole way and able to make the grab one-handed. Very nicely done, and for a nice chunk of yardage, too.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. You think about this strong safety position, they're the more bulkier guys in the free safety, but that time great athleticism to hustle in and break up that play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
A give to Kamara running right. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 43 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got it to Ingram, complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Daniil Hunter in there to bury him for a loss of 11. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Here's Watson. That is caught inside the 5. Really nice gain on the completion. However, still 3rd and goal that they face now.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Faking the give. Now Watson in trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Call it a loss of 8 there, and it's going to lead to a 4th down. 4th and goal. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, and this time it's going to come from the middle linebacker, because watching the lineman, it seemed to me that they thought he was going to drop back into pass protection, but he surprised them and came on the blitz instead and had a pretty clear run to the quarterback.
Out now is the field goal unit for New Orleans. And his kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taking it about the 1. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
From the 24, Mond. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Smith. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch, because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where, in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, He needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Saints are back within a score. Well, we know he can run the ball. There he shows he has the ability to do a little bit more.
That's what you call a complete player. A guy who can run it, catch it, probably can protect the passer when necessary, but his skills are best used when you get the ball in his hands.
And that's the thing. When you've got an athlete like that, you want to get the ball to him in multiple ways, right?
Without a doubt, because he often creates mismatches about who can cover him, whether he's coming out of the backfield or even lining up like a receiver.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. To throw again on 2nd down. Mon. Complete. Smith has it. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. On 1st and 10, here's Mon. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mon going to throw it. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mon going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's going to frustrate the coaching staff a little bit as they dialed up the deep shot, but they weren't on the same page on that play. Heck, I don't think they were in the same book. I think he thought he was going to do something else. Ends up throwing it over the sidelines. Well incomplete.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. He finds his man, complete. That's 4th. The Saints going to call the 1st of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
At the 29-yard line.
From the 29, Watson. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Trying for right, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
The extra point splits the uprights, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
21, Saints 9.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. This will be fielded inside the 5. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10 at the Saints' 24-yard line.
They'll go right back to Nwangu. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
He's going to go up top for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that can all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Off of play action, it's Watson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Watson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Watson. A throw over the middle, taken in by Troutman. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Danielle Hunter able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. A shotgun snap for Watson. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
You definitely would like to have hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's 4. And it's out. He put it on the carpet, and the Vikings pick up the football. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so, and there's your end result right there.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Another run now for Nwangu, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few.
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's Watson. He's going to air one out. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big-time play there for New Orleans. Hard to believe that arm strength was a knock on Deshaun Watson coming out of Clemson, but he showed what he's got there. A 10th carry for Kamara. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 67 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's 2nd and goal at the Vikings 3-yard line.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Now Watson. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Chaz Surratt in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And his kick is right there. It's good, And the deficit falls under 20 now. It's a 19-point game. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They'll run with Nwangu. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
One quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Vikings on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Nwangu looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Vikings send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. So holding on the return, and that's going to back him up to start the drive.
He was trying to get the job done correctly, just trying to clear a little space for his returner. Ended up getting a little too much jersey and hooked the guy, hence the flag.
On first down, Watson. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
From the 24, Watson. He finds his man, complete. That's 4th. And some room to run now. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play there on the catch and run. For the defense, the problem wasn't so much that they let him catch that drag route. It's that they had nobody around him after the catch.
As you well know, when they make the catch, you have to make the tackle on the spot. Those yards after catch are the yards that kill a defense because it keeps drives alive.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again is Watson. Wright's got it. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
79 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Saints have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12.
Saints 19.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Now Mon. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off around the 41. And the return will stop right around the 25. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Kamara try the right side. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
1st and goal at the 3.
Watson off play action. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. Accelerating, and off he goes.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
And they will take a knee here. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. 2nd and 11 now. Off the play fake. Mon. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Uchenna Nwosu able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. And that will be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Saints get a bit closer. And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. As this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion.
Makes the score Vikings 34, Saints 26.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Yeah, another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a short 3-yard pickup gets them up to the 15. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Here's Mon. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. The Vikings send out their punter, standing just about on his own goal line. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drives, exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here.
47-yard line.
Now Watson. And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be second down. Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
Watson. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with third down coming up. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw, Watson. And this nearly intercepted. Probably should have been. Had he caught it, it would have sealed it. Instead, one more chance coming up on 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. That's complete to Troutman, right side. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's Watson. He finds his man, complete. It's Ford. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Watson to throw. He'll buy some time right. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Watson now to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Well, no doubt an electrifying finish to have it down inside the 10-yard line. That final shot, though, they couldn't get it in the end zone, and that's all she wrote.
And they had the final shot. The last snap taken that close to the end zone. They don't get it in, so they'll regret that, but flip it over. Making a stand in that portion of the field, congratulations to them.
So for Minnesota, they finish off the regular season at 12 up and 5 down. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Saints, this loss will be the capper to what will be a disappointing 5-12 campaign. And with some high picks coming in this spring's draft, it's a team for whom a roster overhaul may be on the way.